I love turtles. What's up, everybody?
Let's go.
Welcome back to Adventure with Nub. Y'all can tell I got my co-host for Urban Legends, exploring Russell Fold,
Let's go.
Paranormal. We got Second Star Survival. He's in the background. He'll be up here in a few minutes. And then we got Nerdle the Turtle with us. He decided to join us for tonight. But yeah. So
I got my Dr. Pepper. Did you? What happened? Oh. Nubs muted himself.
But yeah. We got this guy.
Oh, Lord, look who it is.
Yeah, explain that story, Dakota.
Okay, so last night, me and Chris went back to the witch house. And as we was in the barn doing a spirit box, we kept hearing noises from all around us. We'd hear noises from this side. We'd hear noises from this side. We'd hear noises from outside. So me and Chris decided, well, we're going to go take a look outside. And as we was walking out the barn, we hear something like rustle through the woods and caught us off guard. So we went down the little trail. And as we stopped in the middle of the trail, it literally looked like a 7-foot tall figure of some sort come out of the tree line and sat right there and stared at us for a good minute. And then the figure, whatever it was, almost took off like it was coming towards us. So me and Chris, out of just pure, like, oh crap, we took off running the other way. Like, because we had no idea what it was. All we know, it was a 7-foot tall figure dressed in all black.
Who?
That started coming right towards us. So
kind of like what we saw at the tunnel.
Yeah, me and Chris turned around and hightailed it out of there. And then as I was reviewing some of the pictures today, we caught a couple things right to where the figure was standing. We caught the figure over in the tree line in the bush, and then over here in another picture on this side of the trail, we caught in the bush what looks like the witch's face. You can, if you zoom into the picture, it's on my Facebook page. If you zoom into the picture, you can clearly see the face of the witch in the bush, and it looks like she's holding what looks to be like a bloody knife. We're thinking that was the knife that she used to kill her husband in the barn. So overall, it was a wild night last night for the whole 25 minutes we were there.
Hey, Mama Amy.
But what we need to do is do some more research to get more clues to find out exactly what happened. So when we do go back to do the investigation, we have all the clues that we need to hopefully get the answers that we need to find out exactly what happened there back in the late 80s when
Yeah.
she killed her husband and the house burned down. And also another thing I want to find out is how she died. Whether did she kill herself? Did she die of natural causes or whatnot? I don't know, but we need to get more research to find these little details that'll lead us to more clues about exactly what happened there.
Yes.
It's so wild on what we've gotten so far, but yet what we don't know.
Hey, we got Lisa Cooper.
Hey, what is going on?
But
it's
we filmed so much epic content for y'all last night.
But that whole property over there with the witch, it's got something wrong with it. I don't know whether it's what she sacrificed, what she summoned and conjured up, but I don't know. But it's,
yeah.
I mean, we knew after last night, we know a lot about it, but then again, we don't know because there's still so much more there that we haven't discovered. But it's next time we go back, once we do some more research and get some more clues, we can exactly sit down and talk and figure out exactly what happened on that night.
Is that the one and only KY Jelly? That can't be KY. Is that my KY? Oops. But yeah, guys, we have some epic content coming up for y'all. The stuff we filmed yesterday alone, 5 videos, 6 for Dakota and Chris.
Yeah. Yesterday was it's been forever since we pushed out that many videos in one day.
It is KY.
I mean, what? 2 in North Carolina and 4 here in Virginia.
Yeah.
We definitely, yesterday was a trip and a half.
Yep, we got some content.
And we even found some dolls and whatnot. And as I was telling Chris earlier about the possible knife that we found in that house, it possibly could be an old Civil War dagger.
Hey,
I don't know for certain, but I was talking to a historian earlier today, and that he was telling me that it looks almost identical to the daggers that they would use back in the Civil War that was used by the Confederate soldiers. So if that is a real, authentic piece of Civil War history right there, we found a gold mine.
We got the Matthew back. Did you get the wifey's car fixed?
Yeah, she's rolling around right now.
Okay. Yeah, Matthew broke his wife's car, guys, so he had to fix that real fast.
Yeah, we broke it the right way. Anyway, I'm listening to y'all. Okay,
yeah, so what do you think? I will send you some of these pictures that Dakota sent me of the witch mat, and we'll get your opinion on it.
Have you already sent them to me or what?
No, not yet.
Okay, send them to me on the phone and everything. But okay, at the beginning, you said you saw a figure that was about 8 foot tall, right?
Yeah, somewhere between 7 to 8 foot tall.
How far away were you, and was there any lights present?
Yeah, I mean, just our camera lights, and it was probably.
Yeah, how many lumen is your camera lights?
I don't know.
19 months. Wow.
Like are they high beam, or are they low beam, or are they just like the basic light on the camera, or are they like the the multiple LED lights?
There's a multiple.
Okay.
But I
That's-
say the figure was probably, I don't know, 60, 70 yards ahead of us.
Okay. So, because the way light refracts off of things, even if it was a 5 foot figure, if it was 60, 70, you know, even 40 yards away, the refraction of light and everything can extend shadow images. So it may not be per se 8 foot tall. You know, even if it's 5 foot tall, it can expand a shadow of a 5 foot tall figure at least 2.5 to 3 foot.
Yeah.
So because it's shadows. How was the shadow length? Did the shadow length look skinny and erect, or did it look elongated and widened?
No, it was definitely skinny. Almost what we thought at first. It almost looked like a skinwalker. That's what we thought at first. But as we looking at it now, it looks more of not a skinwalker, but something else.
Yeah, because I was going to say skinwalkers is a very, very loosely used bastardized term anymore. Skinwalkers, unless there is a Native American, burial site, unless there's a Native American, unless there's a place that had a lot of Native American action in that area, skinwalkers and a lot of Native American lore and creatures are not going to be in per se that area. If it's predominantly a white area, Native American cryptids and stuff like that are not going to be around. You may have what's called a like out in your way, there's something called a Gamson ghoul, which is a solid gray figure. A lot of people misinterpret them as grays, also tall grays. So you get a lot of people in the alien, UFO communities and stuff thinking that they are aliens and not what they really are.
Yeah.
So it could be one of those ghouls. Could be. And not like a skinwalker per se. If it is one of those, then you may have a problem because they do go after human blood.
We definitely got a problem. That whole property up there has got something wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why when you come up, Matthew, that's the place we have to take you.
Yeah. Another thing is was there? Did you check out the area? Did you see if there was any broken limbs? If there was any, broken sticks on the ground? Any disturbed floor? Like anything out there? Like dust disturbed? Dirt disturbed? Anything like that? To know if it's a spirit or a cryptid.
I mean, there was plenty of sticks and stuff disturbed, but
Yeah.
we really didn't see much.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back, guys.
All right.
Yeah, something is not right with that place. Not at all. Something, I don't know what's there or what could be there, but it's
Hey,
not
Florna.
something to mess around with. That's for sure.
Damn, I had some urban legends. I gotta find them again. How you doing, Florna?
But yeah, it had to be close. It was close enough.
KY wants to know why the name changed.
I don't know. It fits more. The new name fits more with the way I do my channel. It fits me more than just exploring.
Yeah, that would be a good idea, Chris.
We just have to find a metal detector because I don't have one. Which, I mean, I can get one. They ain't $300.
Oh, only $300.
Only $300.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, guys.
Good one. I mean, you can get them cheap, but
Before we find these urban legends of schools and hospitals, Matt, I know when you do security and all
Yeah.
that, you go to a lot of these historical places.
Mm-hmm.
And have you been to any hospitals or school like historical places, or have you heard any urban legends?
I mean, like hospital security is a whole entire different thing. Hospital is like,
Geneva?
yeah, like I can't do it where I am unless I actually get actually assigned there through HSS, which is Hospital Security Services. But I don't. I've done areas around hospitals, like abandoned hospitals and stuff. But I've never been on the property. You know what I mean? Schools and everything, they don't allow overnight security at schools because a lot of people don't break into schools or anything because there's just nothing to gain from schools. But they do have daytime security. That's a whole entire different state thing also.
Okay.
Yeah, and a lot of schools aren't considered historic schools unless they've been here, you know, since like the 1800s, 1700s. There is a elementary school close to where I live though, but if you're caught on that property and everything, like police actually guard those areas. You're not going to really
Yeah.
run into it being security.
Yeah, we don't need the popo running in on us.
Yeah. Colleges, I've done 2 colleges before and never really seen anything at colleges because you can't really go through the underground passages and stuff like that that was used beforehand because they're off limit, they're locked up, places like that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
are you serious?
Well,
You okay there, Dakota?
Yeah, I knocked my whole drink and changed bucket over and everything else.
God. Well, guys, I got a few scary hospital ghost and haunted stories to tell y'all.
Okay.
The first one is called the running water. Once when I was working in a LTC facility, I was walking down speaking to a CNA when all of a sudden we heard a loud sound of water running in the bathroom. All the patients in bed was in bed already, so I turned to her and looked like, "What is that?" We walked in the bathroom, which you could only enter by key, unlocked the door, and went in. The lights were on. The lights were out until we turned them on. The tub was running full blast and water. Sorry, dang. The tub water was running full blast into the tub. No one was in there. I walked over, turned the faucet all the way until the water stopped running. I said, "Why is the water running? Everyone's in bed." The CNA said, "Strange stuff happened in that bathroom and on the floor all the time, including lights turning on and off and stuff moving around and turning on in that particular bathroom." What was weird, I heard the water turn on as I was standing near the bathroom and no one walked in and the handle had been turned all the way to the right to turn it off. Ooh.
Golly.
That ain't scary. I'm sorry.
The
But
next
I
is
do
called
if you want to when my aunt had a problem like that in her house where when she would go to work and everything, She would work her full shift, and when she come home every night, she would have her shower on running with fresh hot water. Her bed would be untucked and like folded for her to get in bed, and she would have her night clothes already unfolded and laid on her bed for her. For like 4 months that happened, and the exact same thing. Fresh hot water, her bed unturned, her clothes unwrapped. I mean, that's a common occurrence in a lot of places that has seen a lot of activity. You know what I mean? But also, you can also, if you know anything about water pressure, if you know anything about, basic construction and stuff, water pressure, especially in older buildings like hospitals and stuff that do not have a lot of construction and upkeep and everything, piping and stuff can wear loose. The O-rings and everything in faucets can push open on their own, like lights and everything. I've seen lights come on in buildings and the light switch hasn't even been flipped. So
yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can and cannot happen. It's called, mechanical failure. So, sorry to put a wet towel on that, but
See, this is why Matthew's our debunker, guys.
But anyway, sorry about that. You have to look at everything. You have to look at everything and not just say, "Oh fuck, that's a ghost."
Yeah.
Because why would a ghost be washing his hands?
Maybe they want to, Matthew.
Ah, yes, that's it. That's it.
Ooh, here's a good
What the
one.
hell is that green thing on your head, sir?
It's Nurdle the turtle, dude.
Oh, it's a turtle.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
Nurdle. He ate dinner with us.
Well, that's like Chris. He got cookies too.
Yeah, and Dakota's getting a chipmunk.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Dakota's getting a chipmunk.
So-
we're gonna have
Yeah, I'm the chipmunk. Chris is the donkey. Nubs is the turtle.
yeah, Chris is a jackass. No,
Oh shit.
we have to get Rob.
We just got to find one for Rob.
Yep.
Which I mean, Rob could be the snake, but I mean,
Yes, Rob is a snake. 100%.
we just got to find him a little snake.
There
Yeah.
you go.
But Dakota, you said you had some stories and all
Yeah,
that.
I got quite a bit actually.
But yeah, KY wants to know, Matt, from all the Ozark Paranormal. I forgot he's not KY no more. But he wants to know, from all the security places you've actually been, what's the most activity or error?
The place that's had the most activity that I've ever been at.
Probably where he got pushed and broke his ankle.
Oh no. The most activity in my security job that I ever did was at the Onion Huebner plantation, where there was pretty much a civil war between two families. The Onions, we call them the Onions, but it's like Onion or something like that. It was a French last name, and the Huebners.
Ooh.
The Huebners bought this land for dirt cheap, and cheaper than what the Onions could pay for it. And for the longest time, the Onions poisoned the water well where the Huebners lived, and pretty much killed everybody in that house except for the father. The father was the only one that never drank water. He only drank liquor, and pretty much killed everything in his house and everything. And they ended up killing off the whole family. The father ended up dying from tuberculosis or something like that. Then the Onions ended up buying the land from the town and everything, saying that the water was poison. That the water is bad, but they can clean the water and everything if they sell it to them for cheap. They ended up taking over. I've had knives thrown at me at this place. I've walked up into the top bedroom and I've seen 3 girls in a triangle, like shadow girls, with their legs crossed and everything. And when I walked into that room, they all looked at me, all laughed at the exact same time, and literally like went back into the into the flooring and everything, from their ass up to their head, and looking at me. And I've had knives thrown at me from in the kitchen that's cut me up, and that one of them sliced open my arm. I've seen skeletal horses that looked like it was on fire jump from one side of the gravel driveway over to the other side of the gravel driveway and go straight into the ground head first and disappear. There was multiple things that went on there, and that was the most haunted place that I went to. And this place did not want to be known as a haunted location because it didn't want to bring in the wrong crowds, which is like Nubby and Dakota. Not calling y'all wrong crowds, but they say ghost hunters are bad people because ghost hunters bring in, well, not that y'all are bad people in general, but most of y'all do YouTube channels of locations, and locations brings other people here that will do bad things to the land.
Yeah.
So any place that gets popularity or is known on the internet always draws the wrong people. So
that's true.
Yeah. And me doing security, I'm supposed to be watching out for y'all. And I'm literally supposed to arrest y'all on sight if I see any of y'all in a historic area.
You gonna arrest me, Matthew?
Yep. I will arrest you and slap you with a wet noodle.
Yeah. But yeah, Dakota, what do you?
Yeah. Go on, Dakota.
Let's go. All
I'll
right.
be right back, guys.
So we're going to kick it off here with the top ghost stories from the most haunted schools in the U.S. Let's start off with number 1. It's the University of New Hampshire. It's the unknown that seems to be the scariest element of hauntings. What has plagued a soul so much that it's trapped in purgatory or a constant quantum loop? According to dorm students living in Smith Hall and T Hall, report a female spirit that haunts the halls at night. Her manifestation as a lady in white has been seen numerous times throughout the halls. The college students report hearing footsteps followed by that eerie "I'm not alone" feeling, which we've felt that many times. Number 2 is the University of New Mexico. An unfortunate freak accident sparked hauntings at the University of New Mexico's Chemo Theater. An independent student newspaper, a 12-year-old boy was killed in a hot water tank explosion. A student employee claims to hear the sounds of keys jingling and random door openings when no one else was present in the theater. Given the name the Spot Booth Ghost, theater students honor him today with the gifts via a shrine. The shrine includes a place for cast members to leave him notes. Gifts to the young Spot Booth Ghost includes donuts and toys, as he is a very friendly ghost. Okay.
I'm back.
Number 3
Welcome back.
is the University of Montevallo in Alabama. I ain't never heard of this one.
I've heard of that place.
In 1908, Condi Cunningham was making hot chocolate when she accidentally set her nightgown on fire. Cunningham died from the incident and reportedly haunts the residence hall where this unfortunate event occurred.
Yeah, and
Students claim to see a ghost covered in flames running through the hallway at night.
Yep. Then when this happened and everything, they had fireplaces in the dormitories.
Hey, pretty Sarah.
And some and the best way to make hot chocolate back then was from a fireplace. So wearing a nightgown, especially if she has like pine or anything in the fireplace, it would create sparks, it would create pops, which is heated ash, and it would land on cloth, which a lot of the times the nightgowns and everything weren't made out of silk or anything. It was made out of either cotton or it was made out of burlap. And if burlap or anything like that gets any hot ash on it, it would it would catch on fire and burn up really quickly. So I could see what they're talking about.
Yeah. All right.
But it doesn't give
Number
a date of when she died, right?
No, it just says in 1908.
Oh, 1908? Yeah, that would be when they still had fireplaces, and still in that place they would have wood burning stoves too.
Yeesh.
Sorry about that, Dakota. Go ahead. Just letting people know the time period and era.
Number 4 is the DePaul University. Legend has it that a worker died in the elevator shaft during construction of the Pulliam Center for Contemporary Media. Immediately after the elevator was finished, it began to move from the first floor to the basement, but no one was inside. The door to this elevator has been reported to open at night, although no one is present to press any of the buttons. Strange noises has also been heard coming from or near the elevator. Number 5 is the Wichita State University. Established in 1904 and the oldest building on the campus, Fisk Hall served as an infirmary during the 1918 influenza epidemic. Not shocking, this grim history has attracted the interest of many ghost hunters. Ghost hunters claim their EMF meters go crazy in the building. Like always. Number 6 is Ohio University. One of the oldest universities in America, founded in 1804, has a section of the campus that is home to the Ridges. Located here is a collection of cemeteries and is now home to Wilson Hall. Prior to the dormitory, university grounds housed a progressive mental hospital in 1874.
Hey, Faith.
Considered a spirit hotspot, paranormal researchers like to visit the Ridges Cemetery. The grounds are filled with unsettled spirits whose simple depressed symptoms were given darker remedies than necessary in the late 1800s. And the final.
Here's the thing I don't understand. Okay. Why do paranormal people believe that cemeteries are hot spots for spirits? Because they don't die at the cemetery. And why would you go to the same place that your decayed and skeletal corpse is resting at?
Right.
I mean, sorry. It's just.
I mean, that is a thing. That is a thing to keep in mind, though. Like, why would you want to haunt the place to where you're resting?
Right. It seems like every ghost hunter believes, oh, I'm going to a cemetery. There's going to be spirits here, and it's like, all these people died in other places instead of the cemetery. Correct? If they died at their house, why would they be at the cemetery? They're not following their body. But anyways, sorry about that, brother.
Right. Number 7, and the final one on this list is Gettysburg College. The Gettysburg College campus is located close to the site of the deadly 1863 Battle of Gettysburg, where more than 50,000 soldiers died. In the early 2000s, when a student and administrator visited the basement of Penn Hall, they found themselves smack dab in the middle of a functioning Civil War operating room. Witnesses were face to face with bloody doctor and nurse apparitions and a horrific scene of injured patients. Upon returning to the room of the ghastly sight, they were shocked to discover it had disappeared as if it never occurred. Ironically, the basement did in fact serve as a soldier morgue in 1863. And that is the top ghost stories of the most haunted schools, colleges rather.
Good job. There, I mean, every college. Sorry, I'm getting stuff out of the back of the car. There's every college has its
I'm back. I just had to get my food.
theme. Most colleges will not talk about their prehistory of like death, students dying and stuff like that. The reason why they don't talk about how many students die and everything is because if you talk about spirits, if you talk about something that's haunted, most people are not going to come to your college. Most people are not going to go to your dormitory. Most people are not going to want their children going to that exact same area because they don't want their children having an excuse to flunk school.
Yeah.
It's kind of an oxymoron. It's like a lot of historical places don't want to talk about being haunted. Like the Onion Huebner place. It doesn't want to ever talk about any of its spirits or any of the haunted stuff there because if they do, it's going to draw people in.
Yep.
Right. And then you're going to have TV shows going to it. You're going to have all this. And once you bring fame to your area, it's you have to keep up that reputation. You have to continuously keep up that idea that there's a place here in Texas called the Black Swan, and it's a bed and breakfast. But it used to be a plantation place, plantation home. Sorry, I was talking to Miss Star. But it used to be a plantation home, and now it's a bed and breakfast that is only known for the haunted stuff that happens. And when you look at the Black Swan, you see how many ghost hunters. Well, you see how many ghost hunters go to that location and say, "I paid $300 a night to stay in this room that's supposedly haunted, and we never got any activity." And it's like they want a refund, they want stuff like that. And this place is trying to run an actual business, but you get these people that are on YouTube and everything stressing that they go to a haunted house or a haunted location and they get no evidence. And it's like they expect, huh?
That happens,
what, brother?
Right, hang on.
Well, yeah, it does happen, but it can't be on demand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it happens. You won't get stuff all the time.
Yeah. But that's why a lot of you ghost hunters and everything get a bad reputation is because of so many other people that leave bad reviews about stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, let's use a name that Nubs knows near and dear to his heart. Omar. Like, if Omar goes to one of these places and captures, all night activity, and he posts it on his YouTube channel, you know how many people is going to go to that location expecting to see just as much or more activity as Omar did?
Yeah.
Because it was made to be like that. I mean, I'm not saying that it was fake. I'm just saying people go there with too high of an expectation. And especially in this day of age where internet is king. Whatever is said or done on the internet,
That is true.
everybody believes it.
Some people do bring their own attachments on investigations. You ain't lying.
Yeah. But yeah, but I mean, your own attachment is only going to do stuff to you. And if you record it with that mindset, if you're getting activity that is unpeculiar or is not the normal that's been recorded at a location, that's you. And that, and most people don't know if they have an attachment or not. They don't. They believe that it's what comes with the area that they're in. And most people believe, oh, I've got this particular event happening and it's never been recorded. Oh my God, I found something new at this place, and that's going to put me on the map to be seen. You have to understand what's going on in the situation. That's like saying you watch Skinwalker Ranch and you go over there and nothing happens to you, but you see, say you see something completely different, well, you go to a location expecting to see something different, and you literally will that to happen. That can happen because people can control their fate sometimes, but not all the time. A lot of people have to realize that you can control your own outcome and not know that you're doing it. Either mentally,
I feel what you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, either mentally or you create the scene with your own mind and it's really not happening. Because we get that with cryptids. We get that with cryptid encounters a lot. People going out in the wilderness and they see, say, okay, let me show you. You see this giant shadow right here? That's me. But people don't understand that that's them because it's shaped differently. It's just like, sorry, I know people don't like me bashing on their dreams and hopes and blah, 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 but people have to wake up and actually see reality. Everything isn't a 12-foot tall Sasquatch trampling through the woods. Because if there was a 12-foot Sasquatch trampling through the woods, you don't think the police or the army or the rangers would be called to that area hunting that thing down, and you think that thing's going to just poof and disappear into nothing?
Dakota, do you remember that mountain range in North Carolina he was telling us about?
Yeah.
What is the name of that?
Um,
I can't find the map I had.
There's a few different mountain ranges.
Well, this guy was telling us his own personal experience with Bigfoot and all that. Like it was at the Cryptozoologist Museum in
it's Medoc Mountain. That's what it is.
yeah,
Oh, Mad Dog, yeah. What about it?
Do you know anything about that? Like the sightings of Bigfoot and other cryptids?
Mad Dog is kind of like Mount Shasta in Native American religion. I mean, supposedly it's a trail. It's a trail of lost spirits. It's a ley
Well,
line to
he
the
was telling us about
veil.
a Civil War spirit he saw up there too.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I grew up 90% of my life 20 minutes away from Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia. Okay, you know what major battlefield is in Fort Oglethorpe?
Which
I
one?
mean, yeah, Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia. It has one of the biggest battlefields in the Civil War, and I've been there thousands and thousands of times. I've seen green eyes there. My car stopped, and
What's up,
Green Eyes
Kingo?
jumped off from Waller's Tower and came running after me. And my car started, and I finally got away when it was like 10 feet away from the car. I've
Oh,
been to, but the thing is, was that my imagination? Was it real? Because at that time, I didn't believe in spirits. I didn't believe in whatever because it was too perfect. And it's still too perfect of an excuse to be able to use on a lot of stuff.
yeah.
I mean, did my car stop because of some, paranormal activity after midnight? And was those
Maybe.
green eyes really a creature coming at me? Because it did not look like it was coming closer and closer and closer. But I did see a shadow figure on the top of Waller's Tower. And I've been to the Bloody Pond, but you have to realize something. Yes, it has a
Right,
lot of
KJ.
energy. There's a lot of energy in the Civil War. Yes.
Thanks.
But it's not just the Civil War that's feeding a lot of energy. All these places, all these mountains, just like, Mardoc Mountains, there was more blood spilt on those mountains than the Civil War to power it. Was it just the Civil War, or were you seeing, two tribes of Native Americans fighting? I mean,
True.
like, and the sightings of Sasquatch and everything out there, it's always a different tale of different Sasquatches. You've never you never hear the exact same account of the Sasquatch. Either they're
I need to
either
find
he's 8 foot tall, he's in between 8 foot tall and 15 foot tall.
We need
Have
to
you
go to
ever
Walmart.
seen how high 15 feet is?
Yeah.
Okay. You think a 15-foot tall Sasquatch is going to be walking slowly and quietly through fucking trees?
Yeah.
Oh, is he?
No, why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah. That. Have you ever drove a Mack truck through a forest? Bye,
Yeah.
Dakota. But
No, I haven't.
a lot of
But-
you have to realize these people. You have to realize what, like, do you know if this person takes drugs? Do you know if this person drinks? Do you know if this person can actually tell the difference between a cat and a dog?
Sorry, I hit the wrong button.
Oh, you're good, brother. Like, you have to. Yes, it's always good. This is why when I did cryptid hunting, I did a town hall meeting with everybody within the area to see how many of the exact same accounts of the exact same creature matches up. And most likely there was only 2 stories that semi matched up out of 15 to 20 different stories. Like, you get everything and anything in these stories. You have to know who is talking to you. You have to know their background. You have to know everything about them. You can't just trust them run of the mill. Because if you trust everybody run of the mill, you're in a lot of pain.
Woke up under his bed in St. Albans, but he was also extremely drunk.
Right. So, and what happens to extremely drunk people? They get up, they can't walk, they fall, they stumble around, especially if they're extremely drunk and they're on the ground and they don't know how to use their motor functions properly.
See, I don't
I've
know.
had plenty of times where I woke up under a bed drunk.
I ain't never been drunk.
Oh shit, I have.
I'm a good boy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I mean, there's countless of stories from this mountain range. But like I said, there's maybe 10 stories out of 1,000 that actually.
You know the guy's name, Steven Barcelo.
Fucking hell. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Anyway.
He's the owner and the guy that we talked to and all that. Like.
Uh-huh.
But we'll talk about that after.
He's also got plenty of fucking foot imprints and hand imprints. He's got hair samples. He's got feces samples. He's even got a fucking sperm count of the last time Sasquatch got off. So, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. That's where the plug his channel out there. That's his name, guys, and his YouTube channel. Go check him out.
Yeah.
And if y'all are ever in Littleton, North Carolina, go check out the Cryptozoology and Paranormal Museum. It is worth it. But before we end it, Matthew, since you are our guest, do you have anything coming out? Any live streams or anything?
I just posted a short like before we started and everything. Just telling people to. I'll be doing some lives and everything soon, and
good.
Get back into cryptid and paranormal. I've got some videos and everything that's coming out that I did some paranormal investigating over last weekend at one of the spots that I was guarding, and it was kind of a I don't want to be a dig, but it was kind of a debunking video of a red light water bottle fill up station. Nobody was in the area. I was like 15, 20 feet away from it. And it was just continuously pouring out water, and it would stop and it would pour out water again. And I did a live stream on it like a couple of years ago.
I think I remember that.
Yeah.
All right,
And
Dakota,
I
that
was,
question is for you.
yeah. And I kind of debunked that whole entire thing because I waved my hand multiple times on it and it was catching the shadow of my hand and making the water come out. So you may want to see it, you may not. You want to tell me I'm full of shit, whatever. But you have to realize this stuff.
Yeah. Well, Dakota, do you have any videos dropping? I know you have a lot.
Let's see. I have a premiere tomorrow at 6. I have a premiere Wednesday at 8. And then I have one Friday at 8.
Nice.
But yes, we are definitely going back to the witch house. Just got to figure out a day.
We got filming coming up this Friday too.
We're gonna do a little bit more research, try to find some clues before we go back and see exactly what is up with that witch and her property.
Yeah. Well, guys, I have a premiere dropping tomorrow night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. It's the walkthrough at the Mason Mill Suicide House. We found a few dollars in there, and tonight,
few dollars.
Dolls.
Oh, I thought you said a few dollars.
Only $2 in there. We found like 5.
Oh,
yeah.
Snap.
Tonight, guys,
I got 2 of them sitting right behind me.
We're gonna be talking about the Banshee, and tomorrow night we're gonna be talking about the Congo Mondo.
There, one of the guests on the Banshee Talk is in chat with us, Miss Taro and T.
Erin T is about to join us. I'm gonna send her the link.
When is this?
Right up after this.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you better not drop your pants right now, Dakota, because you're going to be on panel too, sir.
Yeah.
I'll be in bed. I got school tomorrow.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot about that.
We got about 2 more minutes before I end this stream. I'm gonna go for a whole hour.
Whole hour? Wow! You ain't pulling no stops tonight, are you, Nubby?
No, not big boy.
Whole hour, y'all.
But guys, the videos we recorded yesterday. We got the Cody's farmhouse, the old pool hall. We got Union Level, Virginia's creepiest ghost town. We got the museum.
Y'all went to Union?
Yeah, we went to Union Level.
I've heard that place is full of like crackheads and dead bodies and.
Well, we didn't see no crackheads, but we did go into a couple buildings that had no trespass. I mean, that didn't have.
Yeah, that didn't have that sign, people.
Yeah.
First video.
Because that place is still owned by the government, even though the government doesn't want to say it.
What'd you say, Dakota?
I got the first video from the witch's house currently uploading. That will premiere next Monday, the 11th.
Dude, that's awesome because mine will premiere next Sunday. Starting next week, I will have premieres on Sundays and Fridays, guys.
Usually,
I'm going to babysit Tuesday, but I'm gonna drop my. Thank you for watching the Nubby Bunny.
Thank you.
I love y'all. I will eat your soul and your children. Whoa, that's not on there. What in the world?
Meet me behind the 7-Eleven for a happy ending.
Oh my god. But thank you for coming, guys. Go check out Second Star Survival and Russell Souls. And we will see y'all in about 20 minutes.
Wait.
Yep, we'll see you in about 20 minutes for Banshee
Talk.